Okay, go ahead.
All right. So today's program, we are going to look at history of Europe, starting with Greek city-states, moving towards the Roman Empire, then the Middle Ages, and Renaissance, Protestant Reformation. Then, if we can reach it, then we will have a look at a video about the Industrial Revolution, the first Industrial Revolution in England, colonialism, then modern history, World War I, World War II, and the Cold War period, and the start of the European Union.
It's great.
But Edu-san, I think that there's lack of the crusader.
No, that's no. That's not. That's part of the Middle Ages.
Middle Age, okay.
Right. So actually, no, that plays a very important role. The Crusaders. So no. I haven't forgotten about the Crusaders.
Okay.
As a basis of the presentation, the starting point is this website. Doesn't open.
Oh, just keep it.
Right, here we go.
French Revolution.
Right. So looking at European history from the timeline, we going from left to right. The classical Greek period from 750 BC to 300 BC. The classical Rome period, 500 BC to 500 AD. So the thousand-year empire of Roman Empire, which is actually a reference to the Eastern Empire, not the entire Roman Empire.
Oh, this is the era of three kingdoms in China. 300 BC.
Right.
BCE.
Then the medieval Europe, 476 AD to 1200 AD. Then we from that we're going towards the modern European era until 1800.
So 1200 AD, at that time, many European people went to China, and they lots of influence.
Right.
At that time.
Right. So this is and actually they also brought the Black Death with them from China.
Oh, really?
Right.
Black Death from China?
Right. It probably originated from China. Black Death was caused by rats, and actually fleas on rats, but those rats were not native to Europe.
Oh, really?
The rats probably originated from China. They got on board with the ships that in the Black Sea, and when they brought the cargo from Black Sea to Italy, probably that's where it originated from. They carried the rats carried the fleas that caused Black Death in Europe and wiped out 1/3 of the European, at least 1/3 of the European population in a period of about 4 or 5 years. So yeah, that has actually to do with it, and the fact that they were in China has actually to do with the fact that they went on crusades and they realized that. So everything is connected. So let's get on with it. So first,
oh my God,
the classical Greek period. So the classical Greeks. What do we owe to the Greeks? So accomplishments, Athenian democracy. So I think you have been talking about that, right? So Athenian democracy, the Olympics, the traditional, the original Olympics, philosophy, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, classical art, and theater, poetry. They were very rich culture, and last end of 300. That's actually stands for the militarism.
What is this?
It's actually a documentary, and it's about the Spartans. An army of 300 Spartans managed to keep they were vastly outnumbered by the Persians at the time. So the Greeks were constantly at war with the Persians, and the Spartans were a very famous and notorious group with a very strong military, a very strong army. They were fierce fighters, and they actually kept an army of thousands of Persians at bay with only 300 soldiers apparently. Ultimately, they lost. And lost against the Persians, and Athens was burned by the Persians, today's Iranians. But that's where it stands for. Also science. So they came up with for example, the Greeks figured out what the size of the Earth was, and they came up with the concept of pi. So 3.14. That came from the Greeks, and the Greeks are also famous for Alexander the Great.
By the way, are you going to explain something like Athenian democracy? No?
About, sorry?
Athenian democracy.
Athenian democracy, not entirely, because well, I just stuck with the highlights, but if you want to discuss democracy and the way it works. Okay.
This is because just we discussed past several weeks, and Athenian Greece is future our examples. Because at that time citizens they don't work.
Right.
So kind of their culture we need to study. Roman democracy.
Right. So basically it did work. So what did they do? Like they became thinkers. So they had slaves to work for them, right?
Yeah.
So they focused on philosophy, arts. They thought about, for example, how to organize the state. So politics. And science. So that those were all the results of how they had organized themselves.
I saw this before, okay, not now. Political theory and democracy, philosophy, art, theater, sound, so on, so.
Right.
But this is only 5% of population.
Yeah, it's very, very small.
But not 95%. What they're doing
Right.
at that time.
Right.
This is the point.
Just working.
No, they don't work. Okay.
I know. Slave is just working.
No, citizens. 95% of citizens they don't work.
Yes.
Okay, what are they doing?
Are they doing?
Yeah, 5% is just knowledgeable people, wisdom people.
Right.
They are doing like this.
Right.
But 95 citizens, they don't need to work. What are they doing?
95%.
Yeah.
It's only 5% that was working.
Yeah,
But not
no.
working.
5% is doing. No, I'm talking about citizens,
Right.
not slavery.
Okay.
95 citizens, they don't doing any kind. They are not interested in democracy. They are not interested in political
Right.
philosophy, art, anything else. But 95 people, what are they doing at that time? This is my concern. Like here, currently, they はい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました、留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないとここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる、専門性を持つ、英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵法、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えております。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師がこう話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。で、以前はこれ有料だったので、今はですね、実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、学習の午後こういうふうな研修をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて資料作成をしております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対しても、いろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、V キューブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。